Hey, let me ask you a question. Have you ever been so convicted in your own beliefs, in your own opinions, in your own knowledge that you said something that later on in life, or maybe just a couple weeks after that, you found out that you said something dumb, like really dumb, that doesn't make any sense, and then felt the guilt that comes with it? Well, that's what I want to talk about today. So yesterday I was watching this YouTube channel of a guy, an American citizen that came to live in Brazil. He brought his whole family down to Santa Catarina state, and he's 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 building his homestead in there and building his life again, you know. It's not explicit about the motives and everything, but he came to live in Brazil, right? And so he was building a pool. I will link his channel in the description for you guys to check it out for yourselves. It's a great channel, it's a great guy, great family. So he was building this pool, and it took a couple of weeks to build, and he decided that the water that he was going to fill the pool with, he was going to extract from the local river, which was not that far from his house, from where the pool would be. And I just commented in his channel, yeah, Jim, that's great, because mineral water is actually the best one to fill the pool with. And he totally understood that. He said he didn't know the contents, he didn't know the contents of that water, but it had clay in it. So, and then comes this guy, and he was like, if Jim would like laugh out loud, if Jim would fill his pool with mineral water, he would spend a fortune, because mineral water costs $15 for a gallon. And I'm like, what is happening to humanity, man? This guy thinks that mineral water comes from the bottles. And I found myself being just as condescending and arrogant as him, because I was like, I cannot believe this. This cannot be true, man. This is just not possible, you know. And this guy thinks that mineral water comes from water bottles at the supermarket. And yeah, we call mineral water the ones that come in the supermarket bottled up. But mineral water is just a term to say that the water came from a natural source, right? A spring, a river. You could even say, arguably could come from a lake as well. But yeah, it comes from a natural source, whether a spring, a river, a running water source, or it could even come directly from the underground, you know, underground water, trapped beneath rocks, or in those, what is the name of those things? We call it aquífero in here. I'll put the subtitle with the English word for that. So anyway, I found myself being just as condescending as this guy, and arrogant, of course, because I was like, I cannot believe this. This guy is arguing with me and laughing about what I said. And I don't know, man. I don't know. I tried to explain to him what mineral water is, but he was so convicted in his opinion and his ideas of what mineral water is, and it's just such a dumb argument to have. I mean, I include myself for trying to argue, you know. The best way to argue with an idiot is just give them a reason, you know. Yeah, you're right, and then the argument is over. But I tried to explain to him, and found myself being just as condescending. And the lesson here is, doesn't matter, man, if you're right or if you're wrong. Never ever get into an argument with such a high conviction of your own knowledge and your own ideas and opinions and beliefs that you abandon logic, and abandon reason for all that matters, because it's just so simple. You have Google today, you have many other sources of knowledge in which you could extract real information, right? Scientific information. So I think this lesson is both for me and for him, and also to you guys, that never be too confident in your own, never be too confident about your own beliefs, all right? Because that can lead you, and it has led me many, many times in my life to say something I would regret later. I was like, God damn it, I said something that doesn't even make sense, man, that day. Have you ever gone back in your mind and in your memories and realized, gosh, how could I have been so dumb that day? How could I even have said that? you know? And it's just so funny to me, man. At the moment I was pissed, of course, but then it just started to get funnier and funnier, and it gave me the idea to record this, because you can never be too sure, man. I was only so sure because I've studied geology, in college. Not only geology, it was not my major, but my major was, in my major we had to study geology. So I was pretty sure of what I was saying. But anyway, as I argued, as I tried to explain, he didn't accept, and I started to argue with ad hominem kind of arguments, then it became arrogant of me, and that's not the way science should do things. I realized that, this happened just yesterday, and today I'm regretting getting into that dumb argument, because it was incredibly dumb. I knew I was right, but I made myself wrong because I entered into an argument, and it's just so dumb, man. It's Enterolobium gumiferum, which we call monkey's ear, because the fruit looks like a monkey's ear, roughly like a monkey's ear, but anyway, the common name is monkey's ear. So I'm just gonna help it with my really old and beaten up saw blade. Alright, let's try to do this. So the wood is really dry because the tree's dead. That makes it even harder to saw it. But I must be able to do this. So, by the way, this was a dead branch anyway, so I'm not damaging the live trees around it. Maybe it would be better if I climbed this. But I don't think I should trust putting even more weight over this tree, Yeah, I'm not gonna put more weight over it. And this makes it even more difficult because the sawdust is falling over my eyes. I didn't bring my safety glasses, which was amazingly dumb. It is better to go to the other side now. Yep. It'll be way better like this. Yeah, the wood is extremely dry and
really difficult to saw. So this might take a couple of minutes more. All right, it's starting to crack already. Yeah, it's already halfway cracked. So I just have to be careful not to, you know, break my skull. Don't try this at home, kids. The ants are coming out from their hole in the wood already and making it even more difficult for me. Hey. Yeah, I'm being harassed by ants already. That's not very nice. They're huge freaking ants. All right, let's do this. Leroy Jenkins. Woo! Yeah. At least I have chicken. You know what I could do with that branch I just took off? I could transform it. I could take it home, which would be a lot of work, dragging that whole thing back home. But I was just thinking I could transform it into a cat tree and sell it to someone. I have like 4 cats at home. I could make it for my cats, or I could sell it to other people's cats. Anyway, now we'll be able to remove this. All right, come. All right. So one more push. I mean pull. I meant pull. You know I meant pull. All right, job's done. Maybe just take it off from the tray. All right. Now let's do this. Oh, it was a fine creeper here. Okay, job done. So, yeah. As a conclusion, let's all remember to question even ourselves in our own convictions and uncertainties about life and everything else, okay? Peace out. See you soon. Bye-bye. Okay guys, I just forgot to remember you to go to Jim's channel. It's linked on the description. All right, go there and watch his content. It's really good stuff. He's a really great guy. All right, see you. Bye.